Agency owners, having closed and lost thousands of digital marketing deals over the last decade, I learned a few things about retention. So this is a short video on a few things that I would do in order to retain clients for longer. First things first, you're gonna wanna create a clear alignment of expectations with prospects before they sign up, before they pay you any money. I always like to under-promise and over-deliver. Tell the client it's gonna take twice or three times as long as you think it's gonna take and cost 2 or 3 times as much as you think it's gonna cost them. Tell them that in the very beginning, and that way if you get pretty close to how long or how expensive you think it's gonna take, you end up looking like a hero instead of like zero. The thing that you can do in order to ensure a client to leave you right away is overpromise and underdeliver. Tell them or guarantee them some type of unrealistic expectations. Not only is that gonna make it really hard for you to deliver, but it's gonna leave you with a bad reputation. You're gonna be known as someone that promises something that can't be delivered upon, which is bad news in this space. So, number one most important thing is create a clear alignment of expectations with prospects before they sign up. Number two is prioritizing their relationship over the results. You can get a client that has really great results, but a bad relationship with the agency, and they'll leave. You could also have a client that's maybe slower to get results, but has a great relationship with the agency and stays for years. So it's not always about results. It's really about prioritizing the relationship with your client, getting to understand them, getting to know them. And by doing that, you're gonna build a level of trust that is not typical in your typical agency B2B relationship. And that's gonna be to your benefit. So understanding the client, understanding what makes them tick, understand what they want out of the business, extremely important, maybe even more important than the actual results that you deliver. Number three is celebrating client wins. Business ownership is lonely and they don't get a pat on the back and they don't get to see the little wins as they start to grow in ranks. So being able to highlight those wins in the very beginning, and it doesn't always have to be about return on ad spend or return on investment. It could be things like, hey, you got a post that got a ton of engagement, or a website that is converting at a much higher rate than your previous website, or maybe the click-through rate on your ads is doing really good and is improving. So it doesn't even need to be results related. It can even be like, hey, you've been in business for 2 years, or hey, you have a big deal that's in the pipeline that wasn't necessarily generated from ads, but we were here with you along the way as you were able to obtain this deal. So celebrating the wins along the way and keeping that at the top of their mind is gonna just reinforce the fact that you are in it to win it with them and they want to win. Number four is make it hard for them to leave you. If you provide a really great value, like a really great quality service for a reasonable price, then if they go somewhere else, the grass is often not greener on the other side. So being able to deliver an insane value out of the gate is going to make it really hard for them to replace you. And two, if you build infrastructure around the way that they operate, like providing a CRM system that they build a sales process around, or provide reporting metrics that makes it really easy for investors or shareholders to see the results. These are some things that they will grow accustomed to and make them hesitant to want to jump ship if, there just seems to be a hiccup along the way, because they've just built process around these items, especially a CRM. I find that to be such a common way on to be able to retain clients for long term, because if you have a sales process that's built infrastructure or built processes around using that CRM that you own, they're going to be really hesitant to leave all of that over a little hiccup. So, and then the last thing, number 5, this is really important, is be selective who you do business with. Not every client is going to be a fit, and it's your responsibility as the agency owner or the salesperson to pre-vet opportunities before they pay you any money. So if you have prospects in the beginning that have totally unrealistic expectations, it's okay to say no. And if you have clients that maybe in that first 30-minute or hour-long meeting, you didn't get on the same page and you weren't able to identify that they weren't a good client, they signed up anyway, that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it, but don't let it persist forever, because they say that your bottom 20% of clients make up 80% of your problems. And that doesn't just affect you, the agency owner, it affects all the people that are working on these accounts, your account managers, the people that are doing the fulfillment, maybe even your vendors as well. One problematic client can be 3 to 5 times the work as a regular, normal client. So be selective on who you work with. And if you make the wrong decision and let someone work with you that's not a good fit, don't let it last forever. Make the executive decision to let them go for the benefit of your business. So those are 5 tips that I would take in consideration when trying to figure out how to retain clients for longer. Look, if you're dealing with small businesses, churn is inevitable. The day you start getting clients is the day you start losing clients. So don't beat yourself up about it. Every time you lose a client, it's an opportunity for you to learn how to do it better the next time. And you can't please everyone. So if your success rate is really high, let's just say 95% of your clients are happy and only 5% of your clients are not, that's a great percentage. You're not gonna please everyone. So if you liked content like this, leave us a comment below.